News this morning, Massachusetts officials say officers found Hernandez dead in his cell early this morning, approximately 3:05 a.m. Hernandez was rushed to the hospital where he was declared dead an hour later at just after 4 o'clock a.m.
Aaron Hernandez, a legendary football player who had everything: money, fame, and success. He was one of the best players of all time, and fans used to show support by showing up to his games with the number 81 behind their jersey. But what this NFL player was hiding was years of abuse and trauma that finally surfaced and shocked the whole world. Aaron Hernandez was born on November 6, 1989 in Bristol, Connecticut. His father, Dennis Hernandez, was an amazing athlete during his college days, and maybe that's where Aaron gets his athleticism from. Dennis was a strong man with a huge build and a big mustache. That man used to dominate on the field, and at home, he was more of a dictator and his orders must be followed. He didn't like to hear a no and would take extreme and brutal measures if someone disobeyed. Aaron's father wanted both of his sons to be football players, and both his parents had their issues while Aaron was growing up. Aaron's mother, Terry Valentine Hernandez, had to deal with not only financial issues, but also domestic violence from her husband, along with other legal issues. Aaron Hernandez, on the other hand, showed promising results throughout his school days, and it didn't matter what kind of sport he was taking part in. He'd always shine in every single one, but he had anger management issues, which would get him involved in fights quite often. Although he wasn't very bright in school and was mediocre at best, it was his athletic performance that kept him going. It didn't take him long to break all state records, which made several universities want to reach out to recruit the young athlete, believing this could be the next NFL superstar. Things were looking good for Aaron, but then tragedy happened. Aaron was doing exceptionally well, but then tragedy struck, and when he was 16 years old, his father had to go through an operation due to his hernia. During the procedure, his heart failed and he lost his life. This left a void in Aaron's life as he lost someone who was not only his father, but also a stabilizing force in Aaron's life. After his father passed away, Aaron had to face some issues all alone. Maybe this death is what it took for Aaron to finally snap, causing him to resort to drugs to get over the grief and pain he felt from losing the positive influence he had in his life, his father. Using drugs became a coping mechanism for the 16-year-old as a way to numb the emotional turmoil he faced. But with time, we discover that taking drugs was nothing compared to the other secrets he was keeping from the world. Because of his amazing athletic skills, just before Aaron ended his final semester in high school, the University of Florida decided to reach out to him and offer a scholarship to play football at their university. Throughout his university days, he played for the Florida Gators as an important team member, leading them to countless victories. In his sophomore year, the university awarded him the prestigious John Mackey Award for being the best tight end in college football. He still wasn't really good at studies, but the university decided to overlook that because of his football skills. However, getting bad grades was only the tip of the iceberg. While Aaron achieved success on the field, it was his personal life that was far scarier. There were rumors that would turn out to be true, which resulted in Aaron having to go through drug tests. It was discovered at the university that Aaron was taking drugs regularly and would often test positive for different kinds of drugs. This meant he had to be a substitute and stay off the field for some time. Even then, his coach Urban Meyer believed in him and in his fourth year of college pushed him to try for the NFL drafts. The time came for teams to draft new players, and many thought Aaron would make it. They thought he would be chosen in one of the first places, but surprisingly, because of his off-field reputation, he wasn't considered anywhere. This is due to the coaches seeing Aaron as a problem and didn't want to deal with the headache of drafting a player like him. But then, the team from Boston, the New England Patriots, decided to take him in, and that's where his incredible football career took off. In 2010, Aaron made it into the team in the 4th round. Being drafted into the team set the stage for his promising career to come ahead. During the 2010 rookie season, he showed his athleticism and versatility with signs of not stopping anytime soon. Aaron contributed to the team, and it was finally time for the team to take part in Super Bowl 46. Although the team didn't manage to win, Aaron stayed as an important member of the team, and the Patriots extended their contract with the tight end in August 2012, which cemented his position with the team. He was loved by his fans, but then, without any solid reason, he asked the owner and the manager of the team to transfer him to some other team, which makes us think about the kind of dark and twisted secrets this man was hiding from the world. On July 16, 2012, the bodies of two men were found in Boston's South End. These two men were Daniel de Abreu and Safiro Furtado. Reports say these two men were leaving the Cure nightclub when they fell victim to a drive-by shooting, resulting in both of these men losing their lives in their vehicles. The police decided to investigate by looking at the camera footage from that night, and they saw Aaron in the same nightclub before the shooting took place. At first, the police dismissed the whole idea that Aaron could be the one responsible simply because of his fame and status. But then, another man loses his life. The case of the drive-by shooting goes cold as the police fail to find any more leads. But then, just a year later, Aaron's 27-year-old friend and brother-in-law, Odin Lloyd, gets shot and loses his life. Just 9 days after the death of Odin, the police arrest Aaron and charge him with Odin's murder. And this arrest is what would finally expose Aaron as a maniac who needs professional help. In court, Aaron pleaded not guilty to any of the murders, but there were witnesses there who claimed that he and Odin were involved in a heated argument against each other, which further weakened his case. This case soon went viral and was discussed amongst fans and many experts who believed the murder had something to do with drugs. Some say that Aaron sold his jersey number 85 to Chad Johnson for $50,000, while others say Odin knew some secrets Aaron was hiding from the world and would extort him regularly. But the most interesting theory was that Odin knew something about the double homicide that happened a year before, and Aaron had to do something to keep Odin from spilling his secret. After being indicted for the death of Daniel de Abreu and Safiro Furtado and the first-degree murder of his brother-in-law Odin, although Aaron's lawyers saved him from a death sentence, he was given life in prison in April of 2015. This led to Aaron losing his career with the termination of his contract with the Patriots. He spent 2 years in prison, after which the prison guards found him hanging with his bedsheet. However, it was after his death that his brain was examined and doctors found out that he was suffering from CTE, which was nothing less than a complete nightmare. CTE is a very common injury in football athletes because they are constantly tackled so brutally that the brain collides with the walls of the head and starts getting damaged. This in turn causes severe depression and some behavioral issues like depression and increased impulsive behavior, which surfaces because of the severe anxiety these players have from it. But CTE does one more thing to a person, and that is making people much more susceptible to taking their own life. Although for most people, these symptoms usually appear later in their 60s, Aaron's case was so severe that it affected him at such an early age. What do you think about the tragic story of this NFL legend? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell icon to always be updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching, see you again soon in another video.